So if you're thinking about moving to DC, Maryland, Virginia, or in this case, Herndon, Virginia, this is a video for you because today at Open House, I sit down with Rima to talk about everything that there is to know about living in Herndon. And if you like this video, check out our channel because every single day we're helping folks from out of state learn about where to move and who to call when they want to make a smooth move to the DMV. And if you would like us to help you find your next home, send us a text, give us a call, or book a video call using the link in the description below. And with that, let's get into my conversation with Rima about Herndon, Virginia. So if you're thinking about moving to Herndon, Virginia, but you're not sure about what it's like to live in Herndon, Virginia, this is the video for you because today we're going to be talking with Rima, who is a Herndon, Virginia expert. She's been a realtor for how long, Rima?
Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. And how many transactions are you doing more or less a year?
Last year I did 64. So I've done over 100 transactions in the past 2 years.
That's incredible. And I say that because a lot of full-time realtors will be doing anywhere from like 10 to maybe 15, properties a year. So Rima is for sure in the trenches. She's killing it. And she's definitely a really great person to talk to when it comes to Herndon, Virginia. So Rima, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself just before we get started?
Sure. So I'm Rima Radwania. I'm an agent partner with the Reynolds team. I've been an agent for almost 5 years, lived in Herndon for 15. So it's almost like I've been here almost half my life. And I just love the area. My kids love it. I would not want to go anywhere else. If you're thinking of the perfect place with schools area, Herndon is the way to go.
All right, well, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. We're going to be talking about the culture, the history, the economics, schools, entertainment, events, you name it. So just to get started, what generally is the culture like in Herndon? Is it a city? Is it suburban? Is it rural? How does it relate to DC? How far away is it? What are we thinking of when we think about Herndon, Virginia, as far as that goes?
I think Herndon is very centrally located. It's a city which is about 25 minutes to DC. What I love about the area is how you can easily commute to wherever you need to go. You can get to DC in 25 minutes. You could be in Springfield in 30 minutes. You could be in Leesburg in 15 minutes. So all major intersections are within minutes or max 15 to 20 minutes from you. So the commute just makes it very easy.
And as far as the history of Herndon goes, like, what was it, like a rural town in the past or like a farm town in the past, or what was it prior to what it is today? What's the growth looked like over the past couple of years?
Well, Herndon's grown drastically over the past couple of years. So Herndon has 2 zip codes, 20170 and 20171. 70 is more of the older part of Herndon, where you've got historic Old Town Herndon over there as well. 71 is the more newer construction, but it's drastically grown so much in the past couple of years. So I wouldn't call it rural at all. It's definitely city-like. So
let's talk a little bit about the economics of Herndon. So where do people typically work? Are they commuting into DC? Are there a lot of companies nearby? What's that like?
So Herndon is a big IT industry over here, huge. So all through Sunrise Valley, you've got IT companies throughout from Herndon to Reston. So it is amazing for a beginner home to a luxury high-end home. So, but if a lot of houses and communities over here are over 50% rentals as well, because of the people who are working in the IT industry feel it's very commute friendly, with the metro being right there, with the IT companies being right there. Like I said, from Sunrise Valley, from Herndon to Reston, you can go all the way and there's IT companies throughout. So
how does that change the demographics in the area? Is it a younger crowd? Is it an older crowd? I imagine it's pretty diverse as far as ethnicities go.
That's another thing that I absolutely love about Herndon is how diverse it is, age-wise, culture-wise. As well, you see it's very diverse culturally. And even with age, like you You have kids in every neighborhood that I've seen, young to old, teenagers, middle, even older people. So I think it's a good blend for everyone.
That definitely ties in well to my next question, which is really about schools and kind of what those are like. So if you could kind of break it down for me by public school and independent school, what are the public schools like? And then we can talk about the private schools.
You've got great public schools. You've got Flores, McNair, Coates Elementary. You've got Rachel Carson Middle School, which is a gifted middle school in the area. So people from further
Okay.
out in Fairfax also come down to Rachel Carson for being the middle school. And then for high school, you've got Westfield, Chantilly, Herndon, which are all amazing schools as well. And if you're looking into a private school, Naismith is right off of McLaren Road, which is a private school. It is one of the top rated schools in the entire country. So
Oh, wow.
It's an amazing school. And it goes actually all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Very cool. And as far as entertainment goes, a lot of people like their restaurants and bars and wineries, breweries, distilleries, craft shops, local shops, concert halls, stuff like that. If you could just kind of go through maybe the restaurants at the start, what are some of your favorite restaurants in the area?
Oh my God, there's so many. There are so many. I could walk to restaurants, like literally, I could walk to a grocery store to restaurants from where I am.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right now, it's amazing. Either ways you go, within 5 minutes, you've got restaurants. You've got Worldgate Center, which has a lot of restaurants. It's got a movie theater right there. You've got grocery right there. Harris Teeter is there too. And then
Near sushi.
oh man, yeah. It's like what kind of food do you want? You want Indian, you want American, you want Italian, you want Chinese or Asian food. It's all, you will find it within the area. So you
That's
don't have to
awesome.
go far. So, and in terms of shopping, you can go either 10 minutes towards Sterling and Dulles Town Centers right there, or 10 minutes south to Fair Oaks Mall. So within 10 minutes, you can be on either malls, major grocery stores, Costco, BJ's, all of that is within 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. And actually, that just reminded me, you're like probably what, 15, 20 minutes from Dulles Airport, right?
No, actually, we are minutes away from Dulles Airport. So
Okay.
depending on what part of Herndon you are, 20170, you're probably 10 minutes at the max. 71, you're less than 5 minutes. We're an exit away from where the Dulles Airport is. So
There you go. Say that makes your commute to Mexico like 3-4 hours max.
there you go. Yes.
Is there any other kind of public transportation near to Herndon?
Buses, you've got actually a metro line which will connect to the Silver Line over here, which will go all the way to Ashburn. So which will be extending to Ashburn. So it's right off of Sunrise Valley.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to be able to just hop on that and get right into the DC?
Yep. The Kiss and Ride is already there. So they're just going to connect it and go all the way to Ashburn.
Okay, very cool.
Or DC, whichever way you're going.
And as far as like wineries, breweries, distilleries, vineyards, what do you guys have in respect to that?
You can go to Bull Run Winery. There's lots of them in Leesburg, which is about 30 minutes away. And then Berryville, there's some over there too. So if you go towards Leesburg and further up, 30, 40 minutes, you can get to a lot of them. And then Bull Run's about 20, 25 minutes. And then Herndon Old Town Historic does a lot of yearly events as well. You have fireworks for 4th of July. You'll have one important part is it's got the W&OD trail right there. So you can park right there and hop on and go to the W&OD trail, walk, bike, trail, whatever, just hang out and enjoy mom and pop shops around Old Town Herndon. There is a bread shop. They make fresh bread every morning. Oh my God, the minute you walk in that store, your mouth just salivates. It's like, oh my, I need the bread right now. So it's amazing. They have a homemade fresh bread, and I've never had anything better than that. So definitely try it out.
All right, sounds good. I always gotta have like that one spot that I gotta go to first. So
Mhm.
that's thanks for
Yeah,
sharing
that
that. And
is amazing.
you know, everyone's, I've got 3 kids myself. We're all, people who are thinking about going into the area with kids definitely want to know like what's there for them. So is there any like trampoline parks or go-karts or arcades or special like sporting things that you could go to as a child, like ballet classes? What kind of things for kids do you guys have in the area?
You've got karate classes, you've got ballet, you've got also you've got Chuck E. Cheese. Who doesn't want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? So
Uh, the
um,
perfect rainy day place to go.
there you go, Monkey Joe. So you've got a lot of stuff around the area for kids. Plus, if you drive 10 minutes away, you've got trampoline parks as well within 10 minutes that you can go to. Either ways, actually, towards Fairfax or Sterling, you've got trampoline parks there. You've got, oh, actually, you know what? There is a trampoline park in Sully Plaza.
Okay,
It is an arcade that just opened recently, so it's a huge place where you can play in a trampoline park together. So
very
that
cool.
is pretty cool.
Awesome. And if you don't have kids, what's the next best thing? Pets. So when you think about people with dogs, cats, horses, um, is there like trails nearby, parks nearby, anything that you might be able to do specifically with your pets?
So there are lots of parks. As I said, the WOD Trail is right there, so you can take a walk with your dog and your pets. There is a huge park in Herndon, which also has a skate park in there. So you see all sorts of ages, from kids to elderly people who are walking their pets, their kids just hanging out, kids riding their scooters and skateboards. So it's a really nice, friendly park.
Awesome. And, I know we touched on it a little bit earlier when you were talking about Bull Run and the fireworks that are there. But is there any events, like special local events like county fairs, festivals, races, holiday events, any kind of like yearly gathering of various enthusiasts that, yeah, that congregate in the area?
So Herndon every year has a Herndon festival, and then it has a small county fair as well. Another big thing for the kids that I forgot there is Frying Pan Farm. So, which
Okay.
is right here on Herndon off of West Docks, where you could take your kids, see the little animals and stuff. So it's really nice. Do the tractor ride. So you have a little small county fair over there once a year, and then Herndon Festival is usually in the summer, which is the bigger event. They have shuttles and stuff going over there, so this parking can kind of get crazy, but it's amazing. I've gone there every single year.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I love my county fair. I think it's coming up here in just about a week or two.
I don't know if you know about this, but every year Dallas Airport does a air pull. Have you heard of that?
No, what's that?
It's pull. It's amazing. So where you go and there's actually people pulling a plane. There's a tug of war with a plane.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is amazing. And you've got food and stalls and beer tasting and stuff. But it's a annual air pull. You've
That is
even got Air and Space Museum, which is 2 exits down from here off of 28. So I
mhm.
mean, there's so much that you could do in Herndon.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the Air and Space Museum. That was
Mhm.
definitely one of my favorite museums growing up. Taking my
Yes.
kids there a couple times as well.
Yes.
And then now let's go ahead and dive into the real estate specific topics that I think a lot of people who are thinking about moving into Herndon really want to know. So, firstly, you touched on it a little bit earlier in respect to there being an older part of town and a newer part of town. What are some of the different housing like styles that you can see in either area? Maybe we'll start. How about we start in Old Town first? What are we going to see there?
So older, it's not historically old, but
Hmm.
it's definitely older than 20171. You've got a mix of apartments, townhouses, single families, huge single families as well, but just the age of them are going maybe from the 70s and plus. So, but you again, can find housing in all sorts of price point that you need in either part of Herndon. Coming over to 20171, which is the newer side of Herndon, you still have apartment complex, condos, townhouses, single family, luxury homes. There's actually a lot more new constructions that happened with townhouses and condo style townhouses that have come up in this part of Herndon. So if it's a beginner home that you're looking for or upsizing to a luxury home, you can find it all.
Okay, sounds good. So it sounds like you got a mix of some pretty much every housing type.
Every housing type, yes.
A lot of options there. Okay, cool. And how about the median home price? What are we looking at there?
So as I said, this is perfect for a beginner home to a luxury home. So you can get condos starting at like the low 300s and then have single family homes going up to 1.5 or even plus. So you've got a huge range of where you can fit everybody into wherever they're financially comfortable with.
Okay, so let's say I was interested in getting a single family home, and my budget was about 400,000. What am I going to be priced out of the single family home range? Am I going to be looking more at a condo? Okay.
So you could probably get a condo in 20171 and a townhouse in 20170. But for a single family, you'll probably be in the low 600s and going up in either side.
Okay. Got it. Good to know. So we spoke about a lot of different things. We talked about the economy. We talked about the history, the culture, some of the different restaurants and shops and events that you could attend when you're at Herndon. For you, if you could sum it up in just a few sentences, what is the main reason that you are living in Herndon? What is your favorite part about living in Herndon?
So I have been, as I mentioned, I've been in Herndon for the past 15 years. And I just love how centrally located it is and how I can get to the airport, to groceries, walkable distances to things that I could do. In my kids were young, so schools, and that was very important. They just love their schools and the diversity around here that they didn't want to move. They're like, all right, you know what? Can we do middle school here? Then can we do high school here? So it was where, why would I want to go somewhere else where I have everything right here within minutes? So I still would not want to move from Herndon. So I absolutely love it.
Well, that's perfect. So it sounds like you got a place where you can you can get into a starter home, you can get a great job working at one of the data centers. You're close to DC, so you can build a family in Herndon, and then clearly, in your case, you can see yourself all the way through.
All the way through.
So,
There's retirement homes over here too, so you don't have to ever leave. So
perfect. Well, good stuff. So, well, as I said before, if you're thinking about moving to Herndon, definitely talk to Rima. She's an expert in the area. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been in the trenches, 60 properties a year. You're not going to find somebody else who is going to either be a better expert in real estate or a better local as it relates to Herndon and the rest of the Northern Virginia area as well. So go ahead and look at the description below to see her contact details, and I'll see you in the next video.